Couple of games this week. How much of a test for your squad has this been?
Well, it's a test that the lads have been past flying colours. I think the last 2 wins have been really fresh performances. Utilised the full squad, so that the feel-good factor's there within the squad. Everyone's had some minutes and done really well. 2 really good performances.
It seems that Tuesday night's win was one that maybe made a few sit up and take notice. 3-0 against Yeovil.
Yeah, I mean, scorelines like that don't they? Throughout the leagues. It was a big game for us, and we needed to win it. With the ambitions we've got, and I know in most people's minds, we're a real outside bet to be able to chase down Barrow, but still mentally, it could have been 10 points last week. It wasn't, and then the win we knew would take it to 4 points, and so we're in a good spot confidence-wise. And whilst we might be an outside bet, it's still good to put a bit of pressure on.
I think we've said before, goals always get the headlines. I've looked back, I think you conceded 1 goal in the last 9 games. So how big was it for you to keep a clean sheet again the other night?
Well, it's always good for the confidence, and I think, when you look at the first half, it was a bit scrappy at times, and treacherous conditions didn't help, but we didn't keep the ball as well as we did in the second half. But keeping a clean sheet throughout that first half, again, gave us confidence that, well, we'll have a spell though when we are ourselves and playing some really good attacking stuff. So, the second half was really pleasing, but I think it does come from that confidence of keeping it tight at the back.
Now, you've had food for thought with your last couple of selections. Again, changes on Tuesday night, so looking ahead, where are you with your plans this weekend?
Well, we tend not to make too many changes, but I think with the FA Trophy, it was an opportunity to have a look at others and give them much needed game time, and they're up to the challenge. We didn't make too many changes from the last league game to the other night's game, and I don't see any reason after a good performance and a good scoreline to make too many changes at all.
But I guess you've got to keep that balance of keeping players fresh, because you will have rearrangements now with this trophy run continuing.
Well, that's right, and if you go through to the semi-final as well, it's another 2 games. But I think everyone's come in really sprightly today. Winning games does give you that spring in your step, and so they're happy to keep playing.
Is everyone still fit?
Yeah, there's a couple of bruises and slight dead legs, but they're okay. There's no further issues to the squad other than Mark Beck.
And touching wood, please don't say I'm tempting fate by saying this. You've not done so bad this year so far with injuries, have you?
Well, no. To be honest, since the arrival of the 3G, it's probably contradicted what most people think. You put 3G down, you'll get a lot of injuries. Well, we used to have a lot more on our grass pitch, albeit it was rough in the middle. Rachel's doing a great job, but I think she'll admit as well that since the arrival of the 3G, our record has been a lot better.
There's been a little bit of movement. Obviously, the loan spell of Gallagher going back. I'll ask you again, as I have done for the last few weeks, any more play movement at all?
No, not at all. You're continually getting texts and messages and about possible players, and you don't dismiss any without looking into them. But I just see it as a happy squad at the minute, and as long as they're showing the required desire to get points on the board and through in the FA Trophy, then I can't see that with the personalities involved and taking the foot off the pedal. So we're quite happy with what we've got at the minute.
So let's look ahead to your game. The forecast isn't brilliant again this weekend. Do you bear that in mind when you're looking at maybe selection or game plan?
Not really, because it's an uncomplicated game plan. We still want to play football no matter what conditions. It's harder to knock a 20-yard or 30-yard pass or 40-yard smack into the channel on slippery conditions and wet and horrible days. So, it was a test for us in the second half against a real gale force wind that we passed because we passed it well, and kept the ball on the deck. So no matter what surface, you'd like to think we're capable of playing the same team.
And onto your opponents, Barnet, from what you said after the match on Tuesday, do you feel you've got a little bit of a point to prove maybe this time going down there?
Yeah, we were lousy down there last year, so we'd like to put in a lot better performance all round. We started poorly, and the trend throughout the game was we were a bit nearly mannish, on the night. It's an important game for us, and they've lost once in 12. It should be a really good game.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.